Hey, this is SB Roz, the coach and often quite messy whole human who writes SB's Chipped Plaster and Death and Stuff on Substack. I'm happy to report that the earworm that had been plaguing me for 3 weeks has finally evacuated the building. In fact, right now it's Pets by Porno for Pyros in the back of my head. If you don't know it or haven't listened to it in a while, get the two pets. Oh, such a good song. Happy to have the replacement. The other song was fine, but I was tired of it. I was really tired of it. Um, now, I alluded to this in Monday's Chipped Plaster, but I wanted to go a little deeper on it because one of the things I suggested there was treating our brains like children who've woken up in the middle of the night, sure that there's a monster in the closet. Okay, here's what I mean by that. Right? Kid wakes up, middle of the night, comes to you, says, oh, there's definitely a monster in the closet. We can be compassionate and loving. I hope we all would be, right? Without believing the story, right? Oh, sweetheart, that sounds so scary. Let's go check it out together, right? Let's see what's there. Oh, gosh, it doesn't seem like there's a monster here anymore. And then we're going to go into probably a little tough love place, right? Because we need the kid to get back to bed, right? And so we're going to say, oh, maybe I'll lay down with you for a little bit if you'd like, or you can find me downstairs, or I'll be in my room across the hall. Right? We're going to do something, again, compassionate and loving, right? But emphatic. But you got to sleep, sweetheart. You got school the next day. I got work. Like, got to get you to bed, right? Same with ourselves. First off, we got to catch our brains in the act, right? The kids are helpful because they're going to tell us, they're come tell us, right? There's a monster in the closet, right? Our brain's just going to sneak it in, right? Our brain gives us thoughts that we mistake as truth every single day. Okay. I was using an earworm as a funny example. I mean, it was super annoying, but it's the same kind of thing where I would catch myself at the sink, washing my hands, literally out loud, singing the chorus of the song I was trying to get rid of. And then I would hear myself like, what in the hell? Right? Same with other kinds of intrusive thoughts, right? Thoughts that we're not good enough, or that somebody's thinking terrible things about us, or catastrophe is coming, right? Or I'm feeling scared, so something scary must be going on, right? These kinds of thoughts that we just buy hook, line, and sinker, but really aren't helpful, and that we may or may not even have evidence for, certainly not truth. Okay. In all of these cases, we want to catch ourselves in the act, right? I want to catch myself singing the song, catch ourselves in these thoughts. Mindfulness and meditation can be really helpful in catching these things. In fact, that's what one of the things that those practices excel at. I'll put a link to a post I did about mindfulness and meditation and what tends to get in people's way. Okay. So we want to catch ourselves in the act, right? And then we're going to do like we would have done with the kid, right? Oh, sweetheart, to ourselves. Oh, sweetheart, like, this song is so frustrating. So sorry you're having to deal with it. Oh, sweetheart, that thought of not being enough, that's such a painful thought. Oh, that thought you're having about the future, that thought that you're having about somebody thinking terrible things about you, right? That thought that something scary is going on. Oh, so terrible, right? I hate that you're having to feel that. I hate that you're having to think that. That is rough stuff, right? But then we're gonna get into some tough love, right? Or say, but I can't do this with you right now, right? Like song, I need you to leave the building. I can't hang out with you anymore, right? And then I did something else. I sang the theme song to Inspector Gadget because that tends to erase earworms for me. Right. So we're going to use the tough love. And then if we need to, we can distract a little bit. Distraction is not a good long-term strategy. It's a fabulous short-term strategy just to break that cycle of thinking. Same with these other kinds of intrusive thoughts, right? Tough love, those are compassionate tough love. Oh, those are really hard thoughts, but I really can't do this with you right now. And then maybe we do something really distracting, like, um, you know, do some intensive exercise, get on a yoga mat, watch an episode of something that we find deeply engaging, right? Get on a call to a friend and get lost in that conversation. Something that breaks the cycle of rumination. Okay. And we're going to give that a go. And if we have to do it a bunch of times, then we have to do it a bunch of times. I cannot tell you how many times I went through that process before I got that earworm out of my head. Dozens. This is not failure. This is training our brains. There are no switches. There was not a switch, even the theme song to Inspector Gadget, to turn off that earworm. There are processes, and each cycle of the process takes us a ways. Please be patient with yourself. Please be loving with yourself. And when I say tough love, please, please emphasize the love. All right, friends, let me know how it goes. I love you.